Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another video of Daily Diary for me. Today's topic is about overthinking. Uh, I dealt with overthinking basically my entire life. I've always had trouble with it. It even comes down to like the small stuff to, if I'm doing this right, or if somebody, talks bad about me and my back, or seeing someone talk in the other direction and thinking the worst comes to worst, or like going to an amusement park and just like looking at the riding like, oh my gosh, I can't ride that because I'm just genuinely too scared. Um, One of the prime examples I've had about overthinking is when it comes to relationships. I overthink a lot in relationships just because of how people treated me in my past. People that you know are not trustworthy with me. I've always had trust issues, and it causes a lot of overthinking upon of it. Um, I've had around like four relationships, from online to in person. The only reason why I've had it online was just because it was during the COVID time, and it was just the only time I'll ever talk to anybody. I was a very shy kid. I didn't really talk much, but in COVID time, I was, talking to people from across the U.S. But um, I'm gonna just call her Carrot or Pizza. I'm gonna just call her Pizza. Pizza. I know it's a weird name to call someone, but Pizza. She was a very nice girl. Um, but the thing was, and this is my first relationship ever. She was very, I would say, like, understanding. But the thing is that she used me to get over her ex. And that took a toll on me, and why I even have trust issues in the first place. And that's kind of what made me overthink a lot when it comes to relationships now, because of that foundation of the trust that I had for her, and to just use it against me to get over someone else. It hurts so much, and made me trust less when it comes to relationships and stuff, and it made me think like overthink everything. Like it's still affecting like the relationships I have now. Like, does this girl really like me for who I am? You know, am I doing this right? Or like if I look at the text that I sent like a few hours after, not getting response back after a few hours on end. Like I overthink all that stuff just because like it makes me think that there's something wrong with me, And that's also another problem for me, is that I overthink things that are not true. And what I always think is like the devil is always trying to get at you, and trying to make up lies in your head and stuff. But it's just a thing that I've always had ever since then. And it's very hard to change that way of thinking just because of what broke in between. You know what I mean? Uh, I still forgive her and everything. You know, I rather forgive than hold a grudge on someone. Um, but yeah, I just, ever since then, no matter what I do, even for work, like I overthink things, and thinking I'm doing something wrong and messing things up, even though it's something minor, and like changing a pencil or something like that to a pen, uh, and I get yelled at for it. I mean, I'm just trying to give like a small example of like what I think and how that affects me on like day-to-day basis, like I always say. Um, it's very hard to know that small things happen in my life, and I make small things turn into big problems than they should be, and that's what the problem of overthinking is. It's like it shouldn't even be that big of a deal, but it is for me, and yeah. The biggest problem for me was just, getting texts from people I love and, having those gaps be filled out of just negativity because of my brain. Um, and that's always something pretty bad, which is why I made this whole thing. So I'm not in my head all the time and thinking too much. I pray every day. I, I try not to think too harsh on myself. And like, it's so hard. It really is. And it's been a big problem of mine. And I'm trying not to think too much on it, but it's hard to go back to not overthinking things once you even acquire that to even happen in the first place. Um, but yeah, I don't even know what I'm doing here, but I'm gonna just keep minding and talking. So, if you are ever struggling with overthinking, I do say one thing. Um, Try not to let it ruin your life. Because once you start overthinking things, you make things in your head, and it spirals on from there on out. I learned that the hard way, and every day ever since then, I try not to think too much on it just because I already know it's bad for you. It's never good to think too much on any problem or solution. It could even not even be any relationship. Like it could be like a math problem you're thinking about, or like the work you're doing, or like the future you are holding. Just overthinking in general could do more harm than good, which you don't want. You know what I mean? Uh, I would always say, even if you're not religious or not, like, just trust in yourself. Uh, what I would tell myself too is have faith. Faith is like a big thing for me, even though I struggle with it a lot, especially since I'm always in my head. I just know no matter what happens in life, you know, life will move on, and like things will pass through. Live your life as much as you can because you only get one shot, you know what I mean? Um, so instead of wasting time on overthinking, go outside, journal about your life, like how I'm doing with this diary. It doesn't even have to be writing, you could just make videos on it, like how I'm doing right now. Uh, Read the Bible for my fellow Christians out there. Talk to somebody, you know, it could be your family member, someone you're close with, someone that's like a stranger. Even like you just have to make sure that stranger will listen to you, you know what I mean? Like a therapist or someone from work. Like just talk to someone cuz even though you're going through it alone, you are never alone. Everybody's there for you. Even though it may not seem like it or feel like it, there is people out there that will care for you. Even I care for you, and I don't even know you, or even for myself too. Like, I love myself as much as the other guy. You know what I mean? I think that's kind of. Anyways, um, just cherish what you have in life, and like just continue to live through it. Even though it could be very hard at times, just know that you're never alone. You always have people around you. Um, and like I've seen pretty bad stuff for a while, but I just know that everything will work out. And like, if it doesn't work out, then it's okay. You just move on to the next, you know what I mean? And like, things happen, things will happen. Things will come and go. But just know your heart will always be the same. And you love whatever you give. Even if you don't get anything back, just know that, you know, you showing up for anything is good, better than nothing. So try not to like overthink everything and just trust in yourself, trust in the people around you. Um, even if that trust is broken, just forgive them, even though it could be very hard, and continue to move on forward. Because the world is gonna keep spinning and spinning, but as when you just let go and live your life. And I know that's easier than said than done, but from someone that has been cheated on, left in multiple occasions, lost some family members, been away from family for basically 5 years since I was 18, from someone to genuinely being thrown in the dirt multiple times, being bullied in school, never really had friends, like really close friends. Just know that people are there for you, and to live your life as much as you can, even through all the negativity. Just know that you are loved, and that no matter what kind of mistakes you have made during the way, you are loved, no matter what. So, to end this video, even though it's very short, overthinking will always be there, which will suck, but it's always good to work on it and to know that whatever you are thinking about, from just relationships to problems to whatever, just know that all that is just all false reality in your mind that's been playing with you, and you are loved. You are loved and cared for, no matter who it is. Okay? I love you. God loves you. And if you don't believe it, oh, you just gotta believe it. Just take care of yourself, okay? This will be the end of the video. Just know that if you're struggling with overthinking, you are never alone. And don't feel afraid to reach out. And that's something that I have to work on too. And sometimes it's valid to think about the stuff that you've been going through. But just know that you just have to keep moving on and keep doing what you're doing. That's how life is, and I know it's going to be hard, but you are going to get through it. A bunch of twists and turns, but you will get through it. I love you. God loves you. And you guys take care. Bye.